Taekwondo Factory. Today we're going to discuss sine wave during movement from a stance, walking stance to start off with, but this will work through all your stances as you move forwards and backwards. So I've drawn on the whiteboard a horizontal line here and a vertical line down the centre, which the vertical line is the middle point of the technique. I've put 3 dots here, position 1, position 2 and position 3. Which all appear on the horizontal line. So if I was doing a walking stance, the dot represents my head. So my head should be at the same level at the start, middle, and end points of each technique. But in between positions number 1 and 2, there should be this downward movement, and then in the second half, the upward movement, which looks like a sine wave. Okay, so as I was moving from position number 1, my head would drop slightly to the center point where it should be the same height as it was at number 1, and then it should come up and down to position number 3. Okay, so similar to how we do this movement to generate body mass as we're standing still, the same thing. I'm going to exaggerate it so it's obvious. We come down to the middle, we come up, and we drop back down to use our body weight onto the technique that you're going to be performing. Obviously, when you're doing it through movement, it's a smaller movement, but that sine wave motion should be seen and not a flat, straight movement this way. Also, another common mistake is to come up in the middle and drop down at the end, which will just look like this. Okay, so make sure, if you're practicing, you're aware of those positions. It's down to the center point. At the center point, you should be the same height as you were at position number 1, and then up at the end point, dropping back down to again being at the same point, positions 1, 2, and 3. The head remains the same height. And that's sine wave explained simply.